everyone? It's your boy Santo G, back at it. You already know, spreading unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, if you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell. It don't cost you nothing, and it will help out this channel and help out the movement. So today, I wanted to continue with the story from yesterday. I already talked about when I caught that knife case. Now I want to talk about going to the SHU for my first time, because when I was in Shafter, the CCF, and I was in the front in the hole, it wasn't necessarily a hole. They didn't have a hole there. It was pretty much, I was sleeping inside the receiving cells. So I was only there for like 3 days. I already talked about when the Huda transpacked my stuff, I ended up leaving the next day in the morning. So I go to the SHU, I go to the hole in New Corcoran, that's SATF, the Substance Abuse Treatment Facility. I go to the hole there. I go to A-Yard, to ASU. So, boom, I land there. I'm in the cage waiting. At first, they put me by myself. They put me in a cell by myself. My neighbor gets at me, like, hey, G, you need to learn how to make a fish. You need to send us your lockup order. Anytime you go to the hole, off tops, before they put you in a cell, they give you a paper. It's a 115, it's your lockup order. It's saying why you're in the back for, so on and so forth. So as soon as you get to the back, out of the, say this tag right here, from the shirt, you would rip that off either from the shirt or the boxers, anything you have with a tag, and you would pull the little string, and it becomes a string, and as you keep pulling the tag, you see it just becoming one big string. So what you do is you get that, you get anything you have, you know what I mean, like as far as weight. What I ended up doing, I ended up getting a milk carton. I ended up saving my milk carton without opening it, and I used that because you gotta tie the line. It becomes a long ass string. You gotta bend it, fold it like 3-4 times, pull it, tie a milk carton, and then you gotta spin the milk carton one way, and then once you're doing it one way, it's gonna get tangled and start going like that. Like anything you would, it'll get tangled and start curling up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna swing it hard the other way, vice versa, and instead of it tangling up like that again, it's just gonna swing together and lock. It's gonna become one long string. So that ends up becoming your fishing line. And then you get empty milk carton. Like now you open the milk carton, you drink your milk or you dump it out, you know what I mean, whatever the situation is. You get a little bit of soap, you shred a little bit of soap, put water in it, a little bit of water, and you throw it inside the milk carton. So it's gonna become a little mush, and you let it dry. It's gonna become a nice little card, and that's gonna what you're gonna swing outside the door to get you down the tier, to hook onto somebody. That's gonna be your card. The string from your shirt is pretty much your line, and the milk carton with a little bit of soap in it, that's gonna become your card. So I end up sending my lockup order, everything. I get on the roll call, you know, because every morning in the whole Buenos dias, Pensan la tira, cell 113, homie Santo, buenos dias. And then you'll be like, Pensan la tira, camarada, sureño, buenos dias. You on the RC, you on the roll call, you know? You on the buenos dias and you on the good night. They say every cell, name by name, at the end of the night. You know what I mean? That goes for the homies in the woods. We shout each other out, you know? Into the wood pile, wood, night, type shit, you know what I mean? Shout out all my solid woods. So now I'm right there. They know I'm there. I'm programming. And I want to say a week in, they give me a celly. They come and they're like, hey, you want a celly? They end up moving me with the homie Schizo from Barstow. So I end up going in his cell. He's a white homie. It's a white boy, but he's a homie. You know what I mean? Shout out the homie Schizo from Barstow, because, hey, the homie showed nothing but love, and he put me up on game. Like, I was only with him there for a couple of months. I want to say like another two months and 3 weeks. Meanwhile, I was getting classified, and I was able to beat it, you know? But let's get back to me going in the cell with Schizo. So I end up going in the cell with Schizo, and as soon as I go in the cell, I notice him a little jumpy. As soon as I get in there, he's never giving me his back. He's like talking to me, everything. He's not giving me his back, you know? And I'm like, man, what's up with this fool, you know? So long story short, I end up going in there. He sees that I'm barely getting there. I tell him where I'm coming from, that I'm picking up a new case because they're trying to get me for a knife. I'm coming from the Shafter CCF. So he kind of drops his guard a little bit, you know, because he came from the level 4. He had got into it with a homie, and he blasted the homie. And it was some person that necessarily you got to have the okay to blast, you know. So he was kind of under hot water. Like, that's why he wouldn't give me his back. He thought I was in that cell to get him. So he ends up breaking it down to me. He tells me everything. And I tell him where I'm coming from. And he's like, nah, you're good, you're good. He ends up dropping his guard because he's like, how much time you got left? Oh, you got a couple years left and you're coming from a level 2? He's like, all right. He's like, more than likely, if they're going to sell me up with somebody, like, for me to get blasted, this is coming from his words. That's why I say my boy Schizo's a straight G. You know what I mean? White homie, hey, straight G though. He broke it down to me. He's like, look, I know what I did was wrong. Homeboy disrespected me. It was a one-on-one, so I'm trying to clean it up. But I do know that I might have something coming from it. So when you came in here, I thought they put you in here to blast me. But now that I know where you're coming from, I know you're not coming from a level 4. He's like, more than likely they're gonna put somebody that's coming from a 4 and that has all day or has a lot of time left. You say you got a couple years, they didn't put you here to blast me. It was just the Hudas doing a convenient move, you know, trying to pack homies to open up a cell. So he told me straight up, he's like, I already know what I got coming, you know. He's like, and if anything, you know, he's like, don't trip. If they try to tell you to do, he's like, I'm gonna tell them Chales, you know. I'm gonna tell them I want somebody with a lot more time. Like, I don't want to fuck up what you got going. So big salute to the homie, you know what I mean. He had his TV already, he had his tienda, anything. He would open up a soup. This is what we would eat, no cap. If I'm lying, I'm dying. This is what we would eat. For lunch, he would get a sopa, break it in half. He had little cups. They would give you little cups. Little, not styrofoam, but like paper cups. So he had little cups, and what we would do is we would crack one soup, one little square soup. We would crack it, and he would put half, fucking beat. We will crack it. He'll put half in one cup for me. A little bit of rice, a little bit of rice, a little bit of beans, a little bit of beans. Not even enough to fill up a cup that big. Probably like barely, like right there, you know? That's what we would eat for lunch, along with our food tray, you know? Because we were doing hard. You know what I mean? We were doing bad. It was hard times in the hole. But bullshit you not, that's what we would eat every day. That's aside from our government meal. All we would eat back there, all I ate for 3 months. And that's because I got lucky and I landed with him. You know what I mean? I don't got shit coming. You know? I had just got there too, so it's not like if I had my shit stocked, you know? So, that's all I ate. Next thing you know, I go to my hearing, and I'll never remember this. I go, they handcuff me, and you're sitting in a chair. They have the chair backwards, so you like straddle the chair. You know what I mean? You're like this, straddling the chair. Your chin is almost on the top of the chair, you know? You're right there, boom, in front of committee. You know, you got the warden, you got all the counselors, you got the assistant warden. It's just a round table. And like what you guys would see in a conference table, like in a movie or TV show, a long table, and there's people all around it. And I'm at this end, and then they're all at that end. That's how it was. But I'm right there in a jumpsuit, shackled up, just boom. They're like, so what's going on, sir? What are you here for? Woo, woo. Well, I'm like, man, you guys know, you know what I mean? And they're like, they start laughing. The warden and the assistant warden start talking, and they start laughing. Man, what the fuck, what these laughing about, you know? So, boom. Next thing you know, they're like, what is this? I'm like, huh? They show me the picture of the weapon stock. Cause like I said, it was just a piece of metal. I was barely trying to get a tip on it. So it wasn't a full blown, it didn't even have a handle. It wasn't a full blown banger, you know? The one that was in my shoe that the CO threw away, that one was a full-blown banger. Like, if they would have found that one, I would have been done. For sure, they would have picked up a new case, everything. But because now I'm in New Corcoran and they have a 4-yard there. They have the shoe across the street. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm there and they're like, man, what the fuck is this? Like, this is weapon stock. This is not a knife. Then they put that down. Hey, if I'm lying, I'm dying. You know what I'm saying? He picks up a couple of other papers he has. He shows me another one. Big ass motherfucker like that. Straight kitchen knife. Then he shows me another one. Another big. He's like, you see this right here? These are shanks. These are knives. This little bullshit you playing with, you just asking to get into trouble. What are you doing with this? He's like, you need to evaluate your life, sir. You need to evaluate your life. If you really want to make it home, you need to evaluate yourself. This bullshit away from me. I'm going to kick you out to the yard, but I'm going to be watching you. I'm going to be telling all the COs to give me tabs on you. I'm going to be watching you. Any mistake you make, I'm going to bring your ass back and you're going to finish off your shoe turn. He told me exactly like that. Boom, I go back, I tell the homie Schizo, like, hey, boo, they just dropped it, my boy. I remember, like, oh, gave me a hug, like, that's right. He got happy. It's like if I was going home. I wasn't even going home. I was just going to the yard, you know? I was getting out the shoe. It's like, it's very rare when you get a case picked up on you that you don't finish off your shoe turn. But they were so used to seeing bone crushers that that little shit was nothing to them. Well, the people in the Shafter MCCF thought they got, something big, because I was the talk of the whole thing. You know, we had just opened it. They hadn't really seen nothing like that. So me doing all that, getting into it with the hood on and doing all that, like, they were really like, oh, shit, they thought they had something. You know, they were really trying to get me. So I ended up getting lucky. You know what I'm saying? There's always been some type of presence around your boy, and that's why I thank her as dearly as I do, man, because I've been through a lot of situations that the normal person won't necessarily come out from, man, and I've been able to be blessed, you know? Before I let you guys go, shout out Killer Kush. I wanted to do it at the end today. They got the Killer Kush pre-rolls. They got the Killer Kush OG. They got the Live Rosin half-gram pen. And we got the Killer Kush hatch hole with 2 grams Killer OG and a 0.5 GMO Live Rosin. This is gonna be for the next vlog. Next one, I wanna go and show you guys Stepney block, the whole block in depth. I could name everybody that lived on that block. I was thinking about it right now, because that's what I was gonna go do right now. Because I'm home alone, my wife actually off today and stuff like that, and she took all the kids. But I actually wanna go hard with this, get this up there, so that way I could do the hood vlogs, like the walking around and telling stories. I wanna do it with a No Jumper, a Split D, Say Cheese TV, a Cam Capone. I want to do it one of them, you know what I mean? So it's up to you guys. Spam them in the comments, tell them to tap in with your boy so we could get an Inglewood hood vlog, but in homies. Y'all have hit up the Inglewood families, y'all have hit up pretty much every other neighborhood in Inglewood, but you ain't tapped in with the homies. What's up, Spliff? Say it ain't so. What's up, Say Cheese? Say it ain't so. Cam Capone? Say it ain't so. No Jumper, Vlad, all you guys, man. What's wrong? Cause we Mexican? That's why y'all ain't fucking with us? It's up to you guys, man. Spam them, send them that clip. Let them know to tap in with the homies in Inglewood, man. Come get a vlog in. Unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, today, I'm gonna end it off with the Killer Kush OG. I actually rolled up a little leño. I rolled up a little joint for this video of that Killer Kush OG. These are fire as well, the pre-rolls. That's why I'm like, you know what? Let me show them what the Killer Kush OG's like. You guys wondering what it looks like? Fire. I would show you guys the flower, but every time I show flower, they demonetize the video. So, you guys want to know what it looks like? Check them out, man. At 6009 East Olympic Boulevard in East LA, California, 90022. That's 6009 East Olympic Boulevard, East LA, California, 90022. And you tell them, I sent you for your first time patient. You buy an 8, you get one for free, man. So that's 2 8s for the price of one. It don't get no better than that, man. And it's on fire. And not only that, they got 6-gram 8s all day. 12 grams for the price of one. Why you sleeping on it, man? Get up, go hit them up. 6009 East LA, California, Olympic Boulevard, 90022. 6009 East Olympic Boulevard, East LA, California, 90022. Tell them Santo G sent you, and you gonna walk out with 12 grams for the price of 1/8, man. Let's get it.